Good evening, everyone. Election night in America. We're here in the Holiday Inn lobby here in Great Falls, where in just a few moments we expect to join Jon Tester's campaign. Well, hello down there. This rail car donated to the Great Falls Fire Rescue Training Center. Well, it was late Wednesday evening that here along Central Avenue and the railroad crossing in downtown Cutbank, Montana, a collision occurred between a BNSF train and a passenger vehicle. Training for a marathon is no easy feat. Now I'm here with Ramon. He's been training for the New York City Marathon for the last 5 months, and he's doing it for a very special cause. All right, let's go. You see these rides all over town. They're exhilarating for a night out, a great option for a work commute, and certainly have their share of controversy. But in 1 week's time, these bird scooters will be gone. I'm Owen Skornik-Hayes with MTN News. I'm here with Sky John. Some of you know him as the Tipsy Bartender. What are we making today, Sky?
Today we're making a Christmas jungle juice, okay? We call it a jingle juice. It's going in this.
I'm Owen Skornik-Hayes with MTN News, actually sitting here with a little Owen, the mini me right here. You may recognize this truck. It's the Frosty's ice cream truck. You may see it patrolling through the neighborhoods of Great Falls. On December 16th, the search for missing Conrad woman Alicia Wood within the High Plains landfill north of Great Falls was called off. Now, new leads have brought the investigation to a landfill in Pend Oreille County.
I pray and hope that she's okay. Makes me hurt to see someone in this situation.
For the first time since Alicia was declared missing, MTN traveled up to her hometown to talk to residents.
She was loved by everyone.
She's very friendly. She's very nice. I mean, she comes in here all the time.
Monday afternoon, MTN was alerted via email from the Cascade County Community Emergency Response Team that assistance was needed for a landfill search in Pend Oreille County. I called the Pend Oreille County landfill asking if they were continuing to search for Alicia Wood on site, and they told me no comment.
It makes more sense to search here since her car was found, between Brady and Conrad.
On December 11th, William Glenn Olson was charged at Pend Oreille County with tampering with evidence and the murder of Alicia Wood. In Olson's confession, he said he strangled Wood before placing her body in a suitcase and dumping her in a dumpster in Great Falls. To some, this story doesn't add up.
He went to jail a few times because he beat the shit out of her. And it sucks. And then the last time I seen her was the week before, Thanksgiving. She had a black eye. I wish that he could just tell them where she's at.
With the bullet casing found in the car, Amber told us off camera that she believes Alicia encountered a different fate.
I just feel bad for her family. I feel bad for her son, and I hope she can be found.
From all the agencies and the police officers, thank you for everything you have done through this investigation.
I reached out to the Pend Oreille County Sheriff, who pointed me in the direction of the Pend Oreille County Attorney. The Pend Oreille County Attorney was unable to provide any more information. Now, MTN has been trying to get in touch with local Pend Oreille officials regarding new details of this investigation. We will provide those to you as we are given them. From Pend Oreille County, Owen Skornik-Hayes, MTN News.
Come on in.
Lunch rush is typically a busy time inside Smoked in Great Falls. As this crew dishes up barbecue,
I need a brisket plate with mac and cheese and potato salad.
to the hungry masses.
We're getting pulled pork sandwiches, some brisket.
Pulled pork sandwiches.
But this was far from a typical Wednesday,
I was expecting about 300 extra customers today.
all because of what was happening outside, right across the street.
Making people stop and think about the suffering that nearly 130 million pigs endure every single year.
This is PETA's Hell on Wheels truck, the vehicle made to look like a slaughterhouse transport truck, echoing the squeals of trapped pigs. And though the hope is that this noise would keep people away, business is booming here at Smoked. Those squeals drowned out by the music coming from Smoked.
We want to keep our customers happy and show that an $80 million organization isn't going to shut us down.
Customers waited in line for hours for a plate.
I've been craving smoked for days because of this.
I mean, look at all the line for people that are out here to eat barbecue.
As many showed up just to support the small business.
So to see him singled out like this, we figured the community better show up and show them some support back.
PETA tell me they weren't singling out Smoked. They also plan to drive their Hell on Wheels truck to the Ribbon Chop House and Bar NN Smokehouse. I asked if they required a permit for their display.
As part of a First Amendment activity, we have every right to be out there on behalf of the pigs and raising awareness.
But on this day, that awareness
2 brisket bun and a brisket hot.
means extra mouths to feed and extra barbecue.
We did about 2,000 pounds today, so yeah, it felt pretty good.
But in all the excitement, PETA hopes they can make a few people reconsider their choices.
Everyone can help end this needless suffering by going vegan.
This is not the place to try and turn people vegan. I mean, we're Montanans.
From Great Falls, Owen Skornik-Hayes, MTN News. A proposed ban in the Montana state legislature on high THC concentrates within marijuana products has disgruntled those close to the industry. They say it infringes on their rights and would destroy their industry. It's Senate Bill 443, which looks to revise drug laws to regulate THC levels. If passed, it would be illegal to sell marijuana with a THC content exceeding 15%. This includes flour, concentrate, edibles, and more.
It would put us out of business. Most people don't buy cannabis that tests at 15% or below.
Jeff Erickson, owner of Higher Capacity Dispensary in Belt, and his customers are fired up over the proposition.
I know a 15% does nothing for me. I know over a 30% gives me a headache.
Barbara, a regular customer, says things have changed since she began using, now that federal law requires THC potency to be advertised on the packaging. She likes to know exactly what she's getting.
I appreciate the fact that I can have some consistency instead of just a guessing match.
The bill's primary sponsor is Greg Hertz, a Republican senator from Polson. He and other senators have genuine concern for the future health care of Montanans. I reached out to Senator Hertz, who provided this statement. The average THC content in cannabis in 1995 was around 4%, and today it pushes 35%, and even higher THC content like dabs, oils, and edibles are readily available, some as high as 90%. High-potency THC is contributing to mental health and addiction issues across Montana, particularly in our youth and young adults. We need to place limits on THC for recreational users. If we do not, it will become a major healthcare problem for users. Erickson disagrees.
It's a repeal in disguise. They can't repeal recreational, so they're going to give us a death by 1,000 cuts.
The bill is set to be heard at 7 a.m. on February 27th. The language of the bill is serious, comparing the threat of addiction to slavery, reading, whereas because Montanans were not born into slavery, but rather were born free pursuant to Article 2, Section 3, we reject the slavery of addiction that comes from the high-potency THC industry and its destructive products. For another customer, she believes the advantage of higher THC concentrate lies in the treatment of pain. A lower THC concentration wouldn't effectively manage her aches.
I do believe it's important that everybody has the freedom of choice as to how they treat themselves.
And for others, it's an idea they say won't stop them from procuring product.
I know I could go somewhere else and get higher quality weed if they're not going to dispense it here. Nobody's going to spend their hard-earned money on stuff that's not going to help them.
Erickson says he's heading to Helena to testify against the bill on Thursday. Montana is one of 3 recreational states which already has imposed THC concentration limits. From Belt, Owen Skornik-Hayes, MTN News. Lieutenant Zach Semenza has been at the forefront of Special Olympics Montana for several years, but now he has the distinct honor of representing these athletes from the USA all the way in Turin, Italy for the 2025 Special Olympics Winter World Games.
I was notified about 13 months ago that I was going, and I was speechless then, and I'm still kind of speechless now.
72 law enforcement officers around the world were selected to represent their state, province, or country in the torch run at the Winter World Games in Turin, Italy this March. Zach, who works in the Cascade County Sheriff's Office, is one of one, bearing the flame for the great state of Montana.
Law enforcement torch run, it just, it's my second family. It means a lot to me to not only represent the state of Montana, but the United States and worldwide.
Zach has long been a supporter of the Special Olympics, running the torch for the state games and supporting fundraisers as best as he can. He's earned the admiration of local athletes.
Zach is like a leader and a good friend.
But it's Zach's brother, Brandon, a Special Olympics athlete, who inspired him to join the law enforcement torch run, which has become the largest grassroots fundraiser for the Special Olympics.
I've looked up to him since I was a kid. He's never upset. You know, he's always got a smile on his face, and he's one of my biggest cheerleaders.
I'm proud. It's Zachary. He's going to Italy, the Special Olympics.
Now he'll be helping run the flame in its final leg through the hills and towns of northern Italy. He'll be joined by fellow law enforcement and Special Olympic athletes. Together, they'll be honored by local dignitaries and entire communities. And as he helps carry the flame to its final stop, Zach will be carrying the hearts and pride of his Special Olympics family back home.
You know, all these athletes, they're my biggest cheerleaders.
I hope he does a fantastic job honoring Great Falls, Montana, and we're going to be cheering him on as far as we can.
The Winter Special Olympic Games will be held from March 8th through 15th and can be viewed on ESPN. From Great Falls, Owen Skornik-Hayes, MTN News.